Hi, my name is Deacon August Cordova, and I've been asked to share with you my calling to the diaconate. I have been ordained a permanent deacon for 5.5 years, and I'm currently the Director of Religious Formation. So my job is also ministry in God's church. I began to serve as the Director of Religious Education back in 2001 in Pueblo, Colorado, where I grew up. I moved to Loveland and got hired in 2006 to be the Director of Religious Education here at St. John the Evangelist. So I've been in ministry for just about 20 years in total. It took 4.5 years of formation for me to become a deacon, and it was through my formation that I ultimately discerned my call to the diaconate. Why did I choose to serve the church? We are all called through our baptism to serve God's church either as an ordained minister, religious, or single or married layperson. Every one of us are beloved children of God the Father and are called at the moment we are conceived in our mother's womb. We hear from the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I dedicated you. A prophet to the nations, I appointed you. God called me to be a permanent deacon, which I love, but my first vocation is also being a husband to my lovely wife, Regina, and a father. In fact, I have 5 children ranging from 16 years old to 2 years old that have to share their daddy with God's church as a deacon. My wife received a bag for Christmas from her sister that says, how cool it is that the same God that created oceans, mountains, and galaxies looked at you and thought the world needed one of you too. We are all unique and special in God's eyes, and no matter what vocation God calls you to, know that He loves you very much and you can serve Him from whatever state of life you are in. My calling is a dual vocation of being both married and ordained. In fact, a married permanent deacon is the only ordained minister in the church that can receive all 7 sacraments. I like serving God's people and discern through prayer and spiritual direction to serve Him as a deacon. I will be honest with you. I love serving on the altar with the priest, but there are times that I help with funerals that can be difficult. I'm amazed how many times during difficult moments God gives me the words to help God's people get through whatever situation they are dealing with. Deacons are not priests, but we can celebrate baptisms for infants and witness weddings, to name a few. I have to be honest, there are many times when my family has to sacrifice for my ministry, but by them knowing that them sacrificing means that Daddy is able to help others who need help gives them an opportunity to share in my ministry. Know that my prayers are with you as you discern to know God's will in your life. If you are a young man, I ask that you prayerfully consider vocation to the permanent diaconate and contact me in the parish office if you have any questions about my ministry as a deacon. God bless you.